Strample. Before Michigan State was able to respond, and it was not as if they weren't trying to respond, because we had asked for a lot of documents and a lot of information, but before they responded, we received a credible tip with respect to Dean Strample, which we felt to be time sensitive. And as a result of that, we issued a search warrant for those items that I mentioned earlier and took them, and based on that, the investigation began at that point, led by Lieutenant Pinnell and also a number of detective sergeants from the state police, assisted by Chief Investigator from the Attorney General's office, Dave Dwyer. And they've worked extremely hard, and the end result of that is that we're here today having charged former Dean William Strample with a number of charges, which is my understanding he'll be arraigned on this afternoon at 2:30 in the East Lansing District Court. I would caution again at this point in time and remind everybody that these are nothing more than accusations against the former dean, that he's presumed to be innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Now, the 4 charges that I would anticipate he's going to be arraigned on this afternoon are count 1, misconduct in office, which is a 5-year felony. The second count is criminal sexual conduct in the 4th degree, which is a 2-year high misdemeanor, and 2 counts of willful neglect of duty, which are 1-year misdemeanors. The criminal sexual conduct case, I think, is pretty self-explanatory, but the other charges, the misconduct in office and the willful neglect of duty, are somewhat nebulous, and I think they've provided you a packet here today, which includes the probable cause affidavit that was filed with the court when we sought the warrant to arrest former Dean Strample. Now, I'm not going to go over the whole document with you, and I'm not a great one to read off of notes or read anything, quite frankly, when I talk to the media or talk to the public or talk to a jury over the years. But I want to highlight paragraphs 28 and 29 of the probable cause affidavit, because I think they summarize the basis of the misconduct charge against former Dean Strample. In paragraph 28, as dean of the college, Strample used his office to harass, discriminate, demean, sexually proposition, and sexually assault female students in violation of his statutory duty as a public officer. In paragraph 29, as dean of the college, Strample abused the authority of his public office through threats and manipulation to solicit, receive, possess pornographic images of women who appear to be MSU students in violation of his statutory duty as a public officer. Counts 3 and 4 apply to his supervision, or quite frankly, his lack of supervision, of Larry Nassar. Count 3 alleges that he did willfully neglect to develop and maintain Michigan State University College of Osteopathic Medicine, a duty enjoined upon him by statute, by allowing Larry Nassar, a DO, whom the defendant had supervisory duties over, to continue to see patients after receiving a Title IX complaint alleging sexual misconduct by Nassar before the Title IX investigation was completed. Count 4 alleges that he failed to enforce protocols, including but not limited to the use of surgical gloves during examinations, procedures involving patients, acquiring informed consent from patients prior to any examinations or procedures, and attendance by any employee in the examination room with Nassar and patients during examinations of procedure. Those are the basis of the 4 charges against him. I'm not going to take any questions. I'm not going to go into any more detail because this is a pending case, and I have an ethical obligation as an attorney not to comment on that. But I will say this is an ongoing investigation. We would encourage anybody with information, whether it be about former Dean Strample or whether it's about anything. not going to answer that. How's that? Not going to answer any more questions. I'm just not.
Well, did you think there was a political stunt to rate?
Not going there. We did what we felt we needed to do, and it led us to where we are today.
What did you say about the
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you.